Hi, Ed Merrison from CellarHand here, just having a look at a couple of the latest releases from Tim Shand here and the team at Punt Road. At the moment we are having a look at the 2021 Pinot Noir. So Tim, you're just saying a blend from 3 blocks here on the Napoleone Vineyard. Tell us about how that fruit presented itself in 2021.
I think the most interesting thing that people will find from 2021, for Pinot in particular, but really across the spectrum, is a tannin profile that's as enormous as it is ripe. So we saw not only high levels of tannin, like the vine was synthesizing a lot of tannins in the skins and in the seeds, but also the ripeness of those tannins. So we were seeing really what we like to see, brown seeds very, very early in maturation. So at the equivalent of sort of 10 and 11 Beaumet, we were seeing brown crunchy seeds, which is very unusual. So of course, by the time we came to pick at 13 Beaumet, 12.5, 13 Beaumet, yeah, we were seeing the ripest tannin profiles we'd ever seen, and a lot of them. So that's quite exciting, and particularly for Pinot Noir. You know, Pinot doesn't get the skin tannins and the anthocyanins, so it's really nice to lean back on those seed tannins and know that they're very true, they're very reliable, and they will give a great longevity and a great core, a great backbone to a Pinot.
Yeah, and we're looking at the Chardonnay a second ago as well, which has kind of got this bean bright acidity as well. And that's the same, I would say, here. This has got a really nice, as you hope to get from Yarra Valley Pinot, a really nice bright cherry red fruit spectrum, but with a really nice, as you say, the tannin's there, not just structurally. I feel like the tannin's doing a really nice flavour job as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's a bit of spice, I think, coming through there, and a bit of savoury stuff. But the fruit as well, is again, like with the Chardonnay, lovely here.
Yeah, so the brightness of the fruit from that cooler year, and then the interesting, you talk about the flavours of the seeds, and that doesn't surprise me. That's a nuttiness that's coming in, and a seasoned quality or a spice quality that comes from those seeds, and also the bunch. I mean, the bunch is going to add a bit of spice as well.
What have we got? About 15%.
Yeah, it came down a bit this year. Yeah, I think it's interesting you're talking about the fruit profile. You know, when you do think about cherries or maybe cherry plums, raspberries, they really live and die on acidity, those fruits, in many ways. I mean, yes, you want them to be ripe, but they've always got a nice twangy acid in them, particularly cherries and around the skin. And I think that's characteristic of Yarra Valley Pinot as well, is the acidity brightens everything and carries everything.
One thing I probably say it a little bit too much, but I always feel like the best Pinot really knows what it's aiming for. It doesn't overstretch itself.
Yeah.
And in a lovely vintage like you just had in 2021, you kind of almost get that boost anyway from the season, because you talked about the tannin acidity and as well that brightness of the fruit, which no one can argue with. I suppose having really good, bright, sweet flavours. But also I think it's probably a bit of a credit to you that you're every year kind of putting this together in a way that you want to see all those components of the Pinot Noir just in the most satisfying way, but without trying to do too much.
That's right, just allowing, it sounds simple, and certainly it's oft repeated, letting the fruit sing, letting the fruit speak for itself. I guess we have the liberty here, we place no expectation on ourselves to win trophies, to impress critics. We want to make really drinkable wines. This is a 2021 wine we're drinking in spring. So we don't want to laden the wine with all sorts of baggage, both our own psychological baggage and oak and alcohol and tannin. And so that purity of fruit, again, like the Chardonnay, allowing the fruit and the wine to sing, everything every one of the 1,000 decisions does fit into that.
Yeah, and we're talking as well about sort of other years. I particularly love this wine, I think, from 2015, going from memory, and 2017, I seem to remember it being really bright with a similar sort of vibrancy about it.
Yes, vibrancy,
This one, if anything, I think this one's even got a tick up in that sort of complexing savoury notes. But definitely an absolute cracker of a vintage for Punt Road here, 2021, the Pinot Noir. Thank you, Tim.
Cheers.